5. Wicked did very well there, and he took 2 games off of Soaz and did pretty well. So he's got some experience in the 1v1 matches as well.
And we see like a level 1 brawl right there. Cris instantly popping a potion to get that rolling. Dyrus a little later popped the potion though, and we'll have to see if they do go for another one of those all in. Cris with the ignite on Dyrus right off the bat. Dyrus putting the ignite down. Both barriers pop, both ignites pop, both summoners gone. So a lot more of that brawling despite both of them going that rejuve bead build.
Yeah, and I want to say Dyrus got more mileage out of that barrier because his barrier, Cris burned through it all the way with his stuff. Chris's barrier, he used it, and Dyrus' ignite got a few ticks off of it, but it was basically just kind of timed out, and the shield ended. So he didn't get much mileage out of the barrier. And that's another good thing to point out. So Cris is saying by starting these 2 rejuvenation beads, he's saying, okay, I don't need the rejuvenation bead quints. I'll take the armor quints, but I actually like that starting build, the wicked starting build, and I'm gonna try to use that this game. So Cris takes those so that he has some extra health regen.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to see if this and Dyrus of course does not have a potion left, so we're gonna see Cris utilizes this rejuvenation build to its fullest and really drains Dyrus out of that health and stays up on top of him. And doesn't get too far behind because Dyrus has picked up a level on him, and is going to look to zone him from the rest of these creeps.
Yeah, definitely. So even though Cris has Dyrus has a slight minion advantage here, Dyrus is going to go all in on Cris, deny him a few minions if he can, and see if he might even be able to pick up a kill here. No. So Cris is going to use the E for a disengage. That's one of the other good things about Riven that just makes her perfect for this 1v1 matchup. I feel is that her abilities, both her her Valor and her Broken Wings, E and Q respectively, can be used as an escape and a initiate ability. So you can use your Q to gain distance on the enemy and do damage, or you can use it as a mobility spell just to get away from your enemy. And when with your E Valor, you can use that just as a shield in the middle of a fight, or as an escape, where you can use it to get more distance between you and the opposing Riven. And just kind of prevent the enemy from closing distance as fast as they otherwise would have been able to.
Yeah, and I think that if Cris can farm and stay so much in this game that when they do go back to buy items, he can stay even with Dyrus. He could definitely contend that extra health regen that Dyrus does have in his runes, but he really has to be smart and realize that Dyrus does have overall more regen than he does. So if he wants to play that same tactic, he's going to be a lot more fragile in that scenario.
Yeah, definitely. So Dyrus goes all in here with more HP. And see what Cris is doing in these fights is he's just kind of saving his E as a disengage. So he's comfortable brawling with Dyrus and getting to those low HP values. I'm gonna guess he knows Dyrus doesn't have that execution or mastery, so he can't do that extra damage when Cris falls below half. Doesn't have as much execution potential without his ultimate up. And so Cris is comfortable trading even when he's at a low HP value because he's just saving that Valor to, get the shield and the extra distance away from Dyrus.
Right, and, those Reju bees, I don't think they're actually planning to build them into anything. I mean, the only thing I could think of would be a Warmogs, but we haven't gotten to games, late enough where they can't actually finish, a full, larger item. So we'll have to see if that actually does happen this game based on the, starting builds of kind of wanting and beckoning a long, drawn-out fight.
Yeah, definitely. So Cris is kind of debating here. He kind of wants to go back, buy his items, and come back into lane with, something else, more HP potions, maybe a Doran's Blade, have some more sustain in the lane. But he also doesn't want to miss out on all that farm. So he's going to stay, looks like, and wants to get that extra farm. Dyrus is in a position where he's got enough HP that he can do either. He can stay and brawl with Cris all day. Dyrus is going to hit level 6 first as well. And if Dyrus wants to back, Dyrus can back, and he's not in danger of having that enemy lane pushed to his turret and losing on CS because he's so pushed right now, and Cris is at such a low HP.
Right. I think Dyrus is going to want to all in here with his ultimate as well as his ignite and barrier, and try and bait both summoners out of Cris and just continue this harass under tower and gain that CS lead. And right there we see Dyrus pop his ultimate, get the ignite onto Cris. Cris using that Valor to get out of there, but is brought extremely low by that ignite and that ultimate. He is going to be forced to go back. He's going to go back here and hopefully maybe back out or try and stay for these creeps because Dyrus does have quite a CS lead at this point. Dyrus going for the dive here on Cris. Don't know if that's the best decision. Dyrus looking to turn back in onto Cris. Cris with the baiting. Oh, Cris baiting the barrier.
Dyrus Dives into turret, makes a small mistake, and Cris takes the series.